MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Cincinnati Reds. It's baseball, it's The Show, and it comes your way next. Tyler Mahle will be the one towing the rubber for the Reds. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that is a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
And that'll bring up Gene Segura. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. And a good try to recover that time, but he'll beat it out as he's aboard to kick off the inning.
Hey, I know everybody was on their toes right there from the pitcher to the defensive side. Leadoff hitters are known for this. Find ways to beat the ball into the ground and beat it out and get on base. Now they have to keep him in check. Let's see if they hold the runner close.
And in steps Scott Kingery. And guys, these Reds, as they enter play here this afternoon, they dropped another one last time out, and in fact they've won just twice in their last 8 tries.
Hey, Matty V, we're taking a look at a team right here, D-Row. Through 5 games of this homestand, they're 3-2. I know they were expecting more, but they'd like to win this one here today and get that up to 4-2 on this homestand.
Yeah, this is an important one right here. You don't want to go 500 first 6 games, especially at home. On the road, you can deal with it. At home, this is a must-win.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Gone! It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. First home run of the campaign for him, as the Phillies have taken a 2-0 lead.
What a way to get things started while playing on the road. Top of the first and a big fly, just like that, and they take the lead.
So the bases are clear now following the home run. And standing in is the veteran outfielder, Bryce Harper. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Lined hard toward right center. And that's into the gap and should be extra bases.
Boy, this is not the way you'd like to start an inning right here after that 2-run bomb. Another base hit, and this could get ugly real early.
Yeah, there's a fight at the bat rack right now, Dan. He saw that 2-run missile go out, and he was on point getting himself a knock.
Next to bat will be Rhys Hoskins, as he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball 1. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. Harper on at first, nobody out. Hard hit ball to second, and that finds its way through for a base hit, and that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Man, you might see some scrambling between the manager and the pitching coach in this one. That's 4 consecutive knocks, code red.
So now to the plate, Didi Gregorius, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Gregorius carries a batting line a little over the 260 mark. 0-1, here's the pitch. Down and away, ball 1. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Working the plate is Carl Dixon.
Hey, D-Row, one of the things you have to be aware of as a hitter from Carl Dixon, he'll call that high strike.
Yeah, he will. So you better be on top of your game with 2 strikes, because if they elevate, good chance Carl Dixon's punching your ticket.
A ball and 2 strikes to Didi Gregorius. This is on the ground over to first, and that is into right field, a base hit. And no sense risking anything here, as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out.
Hey, after that hit right there, D-Row, that extends his hitting streak to 6 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 6 days in a row with knocks will help you sleep better at night, Dan.
So now to the plate, Roman Quinn, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2. Bases loaded here, nobody out. This is line to left, and that's in there, base hit. And that'll bring home run number 3. It's now a 3-0 cushion. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield.
Batting 7, the left fielder, Adam Hazley.
In now, Adam Hazley. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
When you're hitting in a situation like this, you have to find a way to slow your heart rate down. The pitcher's the one with all the pressure. You're looking to keyhole something middle of the plate and drive some runs in.
The 1-0 pitch. Hit hard on the ground to second. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Well, that's a tough one right there if you're a pitcher, D-Row. You think you make a decent pitch, ball hit to the hole right through there. You're hoping it can get knocked down. Instead, base hit, run batted in.
Yeah, and as the batter right there, you're taking off your batting gloves, giving dabs to the first base coach. Glad that that found the hole right there. Ribeye steak, chalk one up.
Stepping in now, Andrew Knapp. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1.
As a manager, when you see a guy struggling like this in the first inning, your mind starts racing, trying to figure out about how long you're going to go with this guy and how many guys you might end up having to use out of your bullpen just to get through this thing. Not a good spot to be in.
High and deep to straightaway right. Looking up is the right fielder. Still ranging back. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he will touch them all on the grand slam. First home run of the campaign for him, as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
Well, it seems like only a couple of minutes ago that we were ready for a hard-fought game, but things have taken a dramatic turn here early. They jumped all over this guy, including that grand slam, and they might not be done yet.
Wade Miley comes on to work much earlier than anticipated, obviously, as he'll try and right the ship in the very first inning.
Miley. Batting 9.
To the plate now, Aaron Nola. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch, as that's the first out of the inning.
This is a pitch I think we'll see a lot from him in this game. The cutter darting in on the hitters in the opposite batter's box. It can be a real effective pitch when it's located well, and that one was right there.
Gene Segura standing in, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. This, of course, his second appearance in the inning, as they've now batted around. Boy, he comes back with a beautiful pitch there, and he's dominating this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Man, that pitch had the look of a fastball. Straight changeup, and the bottom fell out of it.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way you do it.
At the plate now, Scott Kingery, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Line hard, but this will be a foul ball. 8 runs already in this inning. Another one sent foul. Ready with another 0-2. And strike 3 there as they'll finally work out of the inning as the side is retired. But not before they claim the lead here as they bat around and hang an 8th spot on them. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. Phillies on top 8-0. Aaron Nola gets handed the ball for the 4th and final game of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, in this day and age where we're used to seeing a lot of home runs and pitchers not going very deep in a game, how about this guy? ERA in the low 1s. That's not an easy thing to do. He can strike people out, but he can also get them out via the ground ball, the fly ball. Judging by his stats this year, he is having a ridiculously good season up to this point.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Long run for the center fielder. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. Time now for a look at the hometown Reds starting lineup card in this one. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, a lot of this offense runs through the Moose, Mike Moustakas. His batting average is on the rise right now. And if you look at his last 10 games, you know why. He's hitting over 350 in that span. So he's found his groove. He's hitting just about everything right now.
Dan Dero, these Phillies, as they begin play here today, they've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, thanks, Matty V. Hey, you know what, Dero? This is one they'd like to win right here. They win the first game of the series, drop game 2, win game 3. They'd like to keep the momentum going here, Dero. Win 2 in a row and win 3 out of 4 in this series.
Yeah, you want to definitely get a chance to win this series today. Play good baseball. You don't want to go on that seesaw. We'll give you one, we'll take one. They need to figure out a way to get it done today.
So up steps the former MVP Joey Votto. His past line against Aaron Nola. He's a .333 hitter. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Kingery's there. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We'll go on to the top of inning number 2. Phillies lead this one 8-0. Second inning set to go. Stepping into the box, Bryce Harper. He singled his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Time for a look at the Cincinnati Reds on D. And guys, one thing I want you to focus on today when you look at this team on the defensive side of the ball, they're in the top 5 in fielding percentage.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no doubt home run. Rhys Hoskins with a solo shot. Home run number 3 here in the early going as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
Yeah, after this blast, the third home run of the game, you could see why this place is known as a launching pad. Balls leave this place in a hurry. So I would be surprised if we see more before this thing is over.
Here's Didi Gregorius. As he'll go after the first pitch and line one into right field for a base hit. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of two ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound and they are just going to ambush tactics and it seems to work for them, or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
Into the box, Roman Quinn, as he'll get out ahead of a changeup and swing through it for strike one. Now a throw over to first, and he'll dive back in safely. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out.
Just tied him up with that last pitch. Pretty evident by the swing. Sometimes guys get in that protect mode so much that they're swinging at everything that they see, and they end up offering it pitches that they can't possibly do anything with.
So now to the plate, Adam Hazley, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. He pops him up toward the left side of the infield. Galvis has got it, and the side is retired. But the Phils tack on one more on this solo home run. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Phillies 9 and the Reds nothing. So striding in, Eugenio Suarez. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
That's by him for strike one. Looking at his career totals, Suarez has collected just over 150 home runs in his big league days. 1-1 pitch and a nice call for the change. It's 1-2. And the knuckle curve that time got him swinging, and that's the first out.
Not a lot of guys throw that knuckle curve, but some guys have a lot of success with it. Some say it has more bite than the traditional curveball, but I think it's more of a feel thing. It just works for certain pitchers, and it worked right there.
Standing in now, Mike Moustakas. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Even 1-1 count to Moustakas. 1 out, nobody on. One and two now as that one's fouled off. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Striding in, Nicholas Castellanos. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. First pitch on its way. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. On the ground to third. Segura has it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Reds are down in order. They're looking up at a 9-0 deficit. And back in Cincinnati as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Matt, I talked with Philadelphia's manager during the break about the Phillies' offensive production to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said forcing the opposing starter out of the game before the third inning and posting a bunch of runs right out of the gate was huge for them from a confidence standpoint and for their outlook moving forward in this game. The key now is keeping their foot on the gas pedal, Matt.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
Leading off for Philadelphia.
Stepping in, Andrew Knapp, as we are all set to begin the third inning in this one.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
And no swing, apparently. Ball one. Liner towards second, but this will be gloved out there at second as he didn't have far to go for the out. So with one gone, let's take a look at the standings in the National League Central as we see where the Reds find themselves entering play today. So next to the plate for the Phils, Aaron Nola looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
The third baseman, number 2, Segura.
Coming to the plate now, Gene Segura. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. Galvis is there. In a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. Phillies down in order, but they hold a 9-0 lead. Coming to the plate now, Freddie Galvis, 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. A ball and a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, 1 away.
Batting it, the catcher, Tucker Barnhart.
So striding forward now, Tucker Barnhart, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Line to the right side. And the Reds have their first hit of the game. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
Not really much the pitcher can do about that one. He put the ball down in the zone where he wanted it, but it was just a solid piece of hitting. Goes down and gets it and pulls it into the corner for extra bases.
Yeah, as you know, Dan, sometimes the hitter just wins. At the plate, Wade Miley, as he comes up empty on a pitch right down the middle for strike 1. And it's fouled away. Runner at second here with 1 man out. 1-2 the count to the Reds pitcher.
And that's his strikeout pitch right there. You know, you'll see a lot of guys swing right over the top of that one. But in this situation, he was able to hold back. That's a nice take.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Wade Miley becomes the second out in the bottom of the third. Digging in to try it again, number 4, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Bottom part of the zone, a good changeup gets the call. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
Got to believe you're going to get some tough pitches in this count with the base open at first. This is where you have to regroup and find a way to get a good pitch to drive in that run.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. All set for the start of the 4th. Now in the box, Scott Kingery. He had that 2-run home run back in the first, making him 1 for 2 so far. Pitch on the way. This one is launched. Look at this. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. So a solo shot down the line in left, his second of the game, as they just continue to pour it on here.
Well, as a team, they've gone yard 4 times, and this guy's accounted for half of them. Memo to all pitchers the rest of the game. If this guy comes to the plate, you might want to pitch around him.
Next to dig in will be Bryce Harper. As it's grounded sharply to first, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The first baseman, number 17.
Striding in once again, Rhys Hoskins. Already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. His eyes lit up on that one above the zone, but he comes up empty. Looks like the Reds are going to have some stirring in the bullpen as a lefty's begun to heat up down there. Here's a pop-up now. And Moustakas has this one for route number 2.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Now batting, Didi Gregorius. Couple of singles to his credit thus far. Here comes the first pitch. Grounded weakly down the line toward third. Fielded cleanly, and they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Boy, when things are good, things are going really good. How about a swinging bunt infield single right there for his 3rd knock of the game, D-Row?
Yeah, he has to be feeling frisky right now. He's had 2 great at-bats, and then this one, he's 100% on fire. Getting an infield single for his 3rd knock of the game, that's awesome.
He's 1 for 2 in this one. Now the 1-0. Line drive to left. And that's in there. Base hit.
Chalk up another multi-hit game for this guy. He is absolutely on fire. He's been on a nice hot streak as of late, and I don't see it ending anytime soon.
In now, Adam Hazley. As he swings and grounds it toward the hole. And that'll get on through into right field for a base hit. And a good throw will wind up holding that runner at third, so the bases become loaded now with 2 gone.
The catcher.
He looked a little bit out in front right there, but he's able to pull that ground ball through the hole for a single.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Well hit. Deep down the right field line. But this will land untouched. Bases are loaded here. 2 down. And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1.
Man, he just missed the zone right there. One of the toughest pitches in the game, that backdoor cutter. As an offensive player, you give up on that pitch. As soon as it comes out of the hand, next thing you know, it's trying to grab the corner.
Tries to change up on him there, but it's a ball, 2-1.
It's not easy to continue pounding the strike zone when you've given up 3 consecutive hits, but he has to trust that getting the ball down in the zone will get him an out.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Yanked on the ground down the line. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Got him. So the damage winds up not being as bad as it could have been as they'll strand the bases loaded. The side is retired. But the Phils tack on one more on this solo home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's the Phillies 10 and the Reds nothing. In now for the Reds, Jesse Winker. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here comes the first pitch. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. The windup and the 0-1. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. 2 quick strikes and now the 0-2.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Well, this is an approach we've seen him use effectively lately. Set up the inside and then get him out with pitches away.
The 1-2. Oh, right back to him on the mound. And he'll flip on to first to record the out.
The first baseman, number 19, Joey.
In is Joey Votto now. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike. This year against right-handed pitching, Votto is exactly a .220 hitter, so he'll look to improve on that if he can a little bit here.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise. After falling down 0-2 on the same pitch, don't be shocked if he triples up on it.
Nothing in 2 count and the pitch. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. Another 0-2 coming. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Step out of the box, take a deep breath. After spitting on that changeup, you might have bought yourself a fastball.
Now a swing and a miss by Votto, and he'll head back to the dugout as out number 2. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
To the plate now, Eugenio Suarez. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball here. 0-1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Oh, 1. Here's the pitch. Hit hard back up the middle. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Reds. Lead looks insurmountable here. They're down 10-0. Digging in once again, Aaron Nola. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon.
Aaron.
Liner towards second. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
Hey, I've been impressed with this guy. Not only has he thrown the ball well, but now he's mixing in a base hit late in the game, giving his manager options. Whether or not he wants a pinch run, keep him in there, go to the relief. I mean, he's opened up a whole weaponry box for the manager.
So it's back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring in Gene Segura. Phil Gosselin will come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out.
Number 8, Phil Gosselin.
Strike taken as that one crosses over the inside part of the plate. Here comes the 0-1.
Oh, that's inside.
Listen, I'm not trying to make up an excuse, but this is this guy's 5th inning of work in this game out of the bullpen. Are you kidding me? Nobody goes 5 innings anymore.
The 1-1 down the third baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 now.
Get the chainsaw out today, boys. If he's going to throw back-to-back cutters like that, we are going to have some guys getting some wood blown up in their hands.
The 1-2 to third, to second for 1, and that didn't work out too well as the pinch hitter comes on to bounce into a double play.
Now back, second baseman, Scott Kingery.
So base is empty now after the double play, and set to go is the second baseman, Scott Kingery. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he might have another one as this is hit high and deep out to left. And he's going to make the catch. And he paid a big price for it, too, as he crashes headlong into the wall. One more look at the final out. A teeth rattler if ever there was one. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I had a chance to talk about the state of the Reds offense with their manager between innings. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Neil Walker is going to come on as a defensive replacement now as he takes over at first base.
Neil Walker.
Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch.
Hey! 0-1. Nope,
and that misses. 1-1.
Hey, I hope that call doesn't throw him off his game right here. He's been pitching one heck of a game, and I'd hate to see the umpire get in his head right now.
And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
I think he kind of trained the hitter's eyes in that at bat. What I mean is you'll find the first 3 pitches are all down around the knee. So as a hitter, he's probably looking down there again, and that's the perfect time to raise his sights and make a good pitch up.
Nick Castellanos now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. Drilled down the line, but this will get foul for strike 2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Pitch is popped up. And he'll put this away for the second out.
The batter, number 3, shortstop, Freddie Galvis.
2 gone in the Cincinnati 5th. And up next, the former Philly shortstop Freddie Galvis. First delivery to him on the way.
Hey, this guy's got to be pretty proud of what he's done so far. It's never easy to pitch on the road, but to have this kind of outing in a ballpark that is notoriously known as being hitter friendly, it's been a treat to watch.
Here's one that misses to the Cincinnati shortstop. It's 2-0 now. Two and 1 after the foul ball there. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. Fouled off.
Hey, last 2 pitches back-to-back off speed, then he's late on the fastball. He could pretty much do anything he wants right here on the mound.
Line shot to third, and the side is retired. Reds are down in order, starting to look bleak, down 10-0. Top half of the 6th about to get started. Into the box now, Bryce Harper. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Harper.
Here comes the first pitch. He pulls this one into right. Winker is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
Here's Neil Walker. He's getting his first plate appearance of the game here in the 6th. And now the second pitch of the inning is in the air to right, and that'll get down for a base hit.
I'm shocked he got to that pitch right there. In today's game of loading up, leg kicks, toe taps, dropping the hands, trying to create launch angle, that high heater usually gets by.
Stepping in now, Didi Gregorius, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. Trying to keep it going, a perfect 3 for 3 thus far. Now the 1-0. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. From the stretch, Hit softly down the line at first. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. From the belt, kicks and deals. Oh, and he hammers it to deep right field. And, oh, he missed a home run by a matter of feet. It's off the wall. And the throw in gets away from him. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, D-Roll, that looked like extra bases right off the bat. This thing caroms off the wall. Outfielder does a great job of getting it in quickly and probably does a good job holding him to a single.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not standing on second base there, but you run the replay back. He was busting it out of the box. It's just a nice job by the defense to hold him to a single.
Ball one.
Curveball taken a little high.
Count 1-0.
So far 2 for 3 in this one. Hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. Oh, this is hit high and deep out to left. Castellanos is back to the warning track, and he's able to put it away for the second out. And in the end, the tag appears to have been a bluff. He's back to second.
Up next for Philadelphia, the left fielder, Adam Hazley.
Now at the plate, Adam Hazley. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Ground ball right side. And that's by him into right field for a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away.
Wow, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his 3rd single of the game, D-Row. 3 for 4. Not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit. Nice execution.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a ground ball, and this should get him out of it. And a close play at second, but the throw does beat him, and the side is retired. So they load the bases on 3 hits, but can't bring anyone around to score. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 6. It's the Phillies 10 and the Reds nothing. Now at the plate, Tucker Barnhart will start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Jay Bruce is going to come on as a defensive replacement now as he takes over at first base.
Now playing first base, number 9, Jay Bruce.
And now pitch on the way. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike. 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. Barnhart, a native of Indiana, the Hoosier State. He was taken in the 10th round back in the 2009 MLB draft.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
So he gets the swinging strikeout on the changeup. Tucker Barnhart becomes the first out in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Miley.
Mark Payton will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning. Right down Broadway that time. Strike one. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
Can you boys say next? Who's next up to bat? Because this guy's done. You cannot fall down 0-2 to one of the better pitchers in the league and expect to get a base hit.
And on 0-2 he misses with a fastball.
Man, that's a good take there on that 0-2 fastball. Just missed. He must have a really good eye at the plate.
And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. The 1-2 is put in play to the right side of the infield, reined in, and the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
Now batting, number 4.
Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, number 4, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Man, this guy's been incredibly efficient so far in this one, mostly because he's getting ahead. 70% of the batters he's faced, he's thrown a first pitch strike to.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Reds. Lead looks insurmountable here. They're down 10-0. Amir Garrett comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. So digging in now, number 27, and an opportunity here for a 4th plate appearance here this afternoon, and you have to say he's really earned it. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Garrett is a guy known for his lights out stuff. He tends to rack up strikeout numbers at a very high rate. However, he does at times get wild. Walks have come back to bite him on more than one occasion.
You know, it's not uncommon, Matty V, for a relief pitcher to come in with really good stuff. And it seems like he's either really hit and miss. He'll rack up a lot of strikeouts, but if he's not quite on, he'll also rack up a lot of base on balls. And that can cause a pitching coach and a manager to really start to pull their hair out.
The 1-2. Liner towards second. But this will be taken in at second base. Good positioning for the first out.
The third baseman, number 8, Phil Gosselin.
Stepping up to the plate, Phil Gosselin. First pitch coming. Here it is. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike one anyway. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Weak grounder down the line at third, but this will wind up a foul ball. Strike 2. 1 out, nobody on. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
Hey, I get it. He wants to set up that breaking ball down and away, but that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close.
Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Right fielder coming on. He can't get there as it falls in. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of what he was trying to do all day, Dan. Kept the front shoulder tough, kept the ice water in his veins, and didn't try and get too big. Extends the hitting streak. Nice job.
You know, D-Row, I talked to him before the game about the streak, and he said the toughest part is he hopes to get hits early in the game to take the pressure off. He had to wait to the 7th inning in this one to come through.
Here's Jay Bruce now, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He's newly entered into the ball game, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7. The 0-1. High in the air out to center field. Number 4 is there, and he'll bring this one in.
The right fielder, number 3, Bryce Harper.
So 2 are gone now in the Philadelphia 7th, and that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. Here comes the first pitch. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Wow, was he looking to swing the bat right there? Check pitch on his swing. That ball wasn't even close to the zone.
And a good heater as he just watches this baby. A ball and a strike.
Might have to change your game plan in the box right here. If he's going to pound away, might have to work the opposite field.
The 1-1 home. Two out with the man at first. Swing and a miss as he chases one out of the zone for the 3rd strike, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. One left for Philadelphia, but they still hold a 10-0 lead. Bottom of the inning now. Now to the plate, Jesse Winker. He's hitless in the game, as is much of the rest of his team.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
No swing on the knuckle curve, even at 1-1.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now. Oh, and he's really got the strikeout pitch working now as he notches number 9 in the ball game.
This is why it's so hard to be successful as a hitter when you fall behind in the count. 1-2, you're probably expecting some sort of off-speed pitches, but when the pitcher offers up a good hard fastball, it's pretty hard to adjust and catch up to it.
Into the box, Joey Votto. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Hit hard down the line, but a foul ball. 1-1. And the pitch. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Not sure if that was a great take or if he got locked up on a 2-seamer running away, but either way, it worked out well for him. That's a well-thrown pitch, though.
Here's a little chopper up the middle. On to first, and Votto's gone for out number 2.
Now batting, third baseman, Eugenio Suarez.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Eugenio Suarez. 3rd trip to the plate for him here. He struck out and grounded out in his first 2 tries. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
Very rarely does a pitcher like this leave one in a location like that. That's a pitch right there he'd like to have back. He'd love to swing at that one again.
0-2 the count to Suarez.
So far, this has been a terrific outing for this guy. Throwing well, keeping his pitches to a minimum, locating his fastball to both sides of the plate, good command of the off-speed pitches, very little traffic on the bases. So far, he couldn't have drawn up to be any better than he has been so far in this one.
Toward the gap in right center. This is going to be a base hit, and he may take that big turn at first.
Man, I don't think he could have bisected those fielders any better if he tried. Drove that one into the alley for a gapper that'll bring him easily into second base.
At the plate now, Mike Moustakas, as he'll take a look at ball one. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss. Two and one.
A couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at bat, trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Hit pretty well out to deep left field. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. So coming to the plate, Neil Walker.
Leading off for the Phillies, the second baseman, Neil Walker.
Pitch on the way. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And this is going to be through into center field for a base hit as the leadoff man's aboard in the 8th.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent it back right where it came from.
At the plate, Didi Gregorius. Now a fastball as he has to lean out of the way there. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Boy, that's about as easy as it comes. A chopper, two-hopper turns into a tailor-made 4-6-3 double play.
Digging in, Roman Quinn. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit.
Boy, this guy is off to some kind of series, and he's one of the better road hitters in all of baseball.
Dan, some guys just have a knack for lighting it up on the road, getting that good night's sleep, and finding a way to get to the yard early and work on their craft.
So now to the plate, Adam Hazley. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Center fielder on the run. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Phillies strand one, but they're still in front 10-0. Nick Castellanos at the plate now. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
The windup and the 0-1. Drilled right back up the middle, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
You know, D-Roll, there's been some great pitching in this one so far. After that knock, that's only the third hit of the game, and we're getting late into this one.
Yeah, they always say you got to tip your hat to the opposition sometimes. Well, I think this offense is tired of tipping its hat. They got to start to swing the bats a little bit better. That's their third knock of the game. I know it's late, but maybe they can get something going.
No hits to this point.
Oh, that's just
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Changed up on him and dropped it in for a called strike. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Nobody out, runner on first. Fouled away. And he'll hang in here as he reaches to foul this one away. And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far. Time to take a look at our starter comparison to this point, and the telling numbers can be found on the left side of your screen. Zeros in the run and earned run columns. Digging in, Tucker Barnhart. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
No runs, 3 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. 1-1 to Tucker Barnhart. A ball and 2 strikes.
Even though we're late into this ball game, this guy's velo is still top notch. This guy's a horse.
The 1-2. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. There's 1. On to first. It's a double play as their woes continue. The inning is over. This one pretty well in the bag. 9th inning coming up. It's the Phillies 10 and the Reds nothing. All set to start the 9th in this one. Digging in now for Philadelphia. Andrew Knapp. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. He's set and the pitch. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. The 0-1 pitch. Misses for ball 1. A bouncer to the left side. Scooped up. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Good pitch right there to run the 2-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball is the result.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Aaron Nola is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. This is line to left, but pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out.
The third baseman, number 8, Phil Gosselin.
So the Phillies batting order turns over and set to go. Phil Gosselin. It was a single for him in his last at bat. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
0-1.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. A bouncer up the middle. That's through, and he's now 2 for 3 in this one.
The first baseman, number 9, Jay Bruce.
Standing in now, Jay Bruce, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. One ball and 1 strike to the Phillies first baseman. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. A runner on first with 2 away. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. And that's into the alley for Bruce. Should be extra bases. The relay, and he's safe.
Just goes to show you, if you're going to throw that two-seam fastball away, which I don't think is the best pitch anyway, you better start that thing out of the zone and let it work its way back to the corner. With this one, it started out on the corner, so it leaked back right over the heart of the plate and got whacked.
Matt Bowman will come on to pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup on the double switch here. Kurt Casale is into the ball game as well as he'll slide into the pitcher's spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch.
Now catching and batting 9, number 12.
And Bryce Harper will dig in at the plate and looking to improve on a 1-for-5 effort so far. He's set. Here it comes. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. Winker has to retreat to the track, but he has it to retire the side. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. 9, 1, and 2 scheduled to lead off the bottom of the 9th. Philadelphia settling in now. Kurt Casale. He's going to lead things off in their half of the 9th as they try to avoid the dreaded shutout.
It's never a good feeling to get shut out, and over the course of the season, it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been overmatched by good pitching.
And it's a called strike to even the count at 1. Not where you want the changeup, but he gets away with it for a strike.
Wow, not sure what you're looking for right there, but that one was pretty much middle, center cut. Tough pitch to take.
2 balls and 2 strikes to the Reds catcher. Here now the 2-2. Line down the left field line. But this is going to get foul. Here now the 2-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Now batting.
Back to the top of the Reds lineup now, and stepping in, number 4. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
The 1-1. Turned on, but it's wide of first and foul. 1-2. Here it comes. He struck him out the 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
He's really racked up the strikeouts in this one, and this guy's been victimized 3 times already today. He and this lineup are clearly having a really tough time picking him up.
In now, Jesse Winker. As he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And this is swung on and missed, so with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. The Reds down to their last strike. This is on the ground over to first. And with that, I can finally say the 4 words I've had on my mind for what seems like an eternity. This ball game is over. 10-0, the final shutout score in this one. The Philadelphia Phillies jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Aaron Nola with his 4th win this season, and it's a dandy, a complete game, 3-hit performance. Tyler Mahle was slapped with 8 earned runs as he takes the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Well, the Phils take the 4th of this 4-game series in grand fashion as Aaron Nola goes the distance, all 9 innings, striking out 12, no walks, no earned runs. Just an outstanding performance. 3 hits on the day he led up. That's the worst thing that could happen. That was just a tremendous performance. Where do we begin? Scott Kangaree, His Royal Highness, 2 for 4 with 2 big flies, knocking in 3. Scoring 2 runs himself. Rhys Hoskins back off the schneid. He goes yard today. 2 for 3 on the day before I took him out and put Bruce in with a home run for himself. A run batted in, scoring twice. Andrew Knapp, 1 for 5. And the big one is the grand slam that he had in the first inning. Just an unbelievable performance by this team. And, of course, Didi Gregorius, notwithstanding a 4 for 5 day, if that wasn't enough. Also scoring a run himself. But what a performance by the ace, Aaron Nola, going the distance. No need for a bullpen today. He was just mowing him down. A baker's dozen strikeouts. Actually, no, it was a dozen strikeouts. The final out was a ground out to Jay Bruce over at first base to end it. So he will get his 4th win of the season. Tyler Mahle takes the loss. And the Phils now travel westward to face the Milwaukee Brewers for 4 games. That will be starting tomorrow afternoon, evening, whenever the game shall start over here on the Bilskie channel. So we're going to get out of here. I mean, just look at that. An 8-run first inning. That's never happened as long as I've been playing, at least as long as I've been playing this game. That's never happened to me. Batted around, and I believe 2 batters into the second round of the lineup came up in that first inning. Wow, just an offensive explosion for the Phillies. And again, they went out in grand fashion with the 4th win, the 4th game of the series with a win. So we're going to get out of this, and we're going to just take a look at there's your player of the game right there. Unquestionably, undisputably, the pitcher of the game, player of the game. 107 pitches overall with 12 strikeouts, letting up only 3 hits. And I won something. I guess looks like I won a pack of cards, which I'm never going to use. And there we go. So this Easter Sunday winds up being very fruitful for the Fightin' Phils as they take 3 of 4 from the Cincinnati Reds, winning today's tilt by a score of 10-0. Yes, Reds could not manage to plate any runs today. It does happen, as you can see. The Phils now at 11-5. Aaron Nola picks up his 4th win, and look at that ERA, .87. So Aaron Nola letting up on the average less than a run per game. Just an absolutely tremendous performance by Aaron Nola, and we're going to look to Milwaukee to see what happens next as we look to Zach Wheeler to take the hill tomorrow against Brandon Woodruff, and that will be around about 7 o'clock. It says 6:40 will be local time there, but probably most of the games this week will be after 5 o'clock. Obviously, I do work. Yes, I am essential personnel, so I will be doing games as I can get them on, and we're going to look to our next game. As you see, the Topps Player Spotlight Player of the Game, the ace, Aaron Nola, with the probably his best performance to date, getting that 4th win of the season. So we're going to go to Justin Allegri for the update. We're going to come back with a couple closing thoughts and get you ready for the game coming up tomorrow, Monday the 13th, Easter Monday, as we go to Justin Allegri for the update.
It's Monday morning, and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, the Phillies combined for 4 total home runs as they ran over the Reds 10-0. Entering the day's action, the Reds sit in first place in the National League's Central Division, while the Phillies sit atop the NL East. The Marlins took down the visiting Braves 4-2. At the start of the day, the Marlins sit in second place in the National League East Division, and the Braves are fourth in the division. The New York Mets took a victory against the Brewers in Milwaukee 3-2. Heading into the day, the Brewers are in third place in the NL Central, while the Mets are in third place in the NL East. The Dodgers finished off a 3-game sweep as they pulled away from the Nationals 14-4. In the standings, the Dodgers are in first place in the NL West, and the Nationals are in last place in the NL East. Anthony Rizzo drove in an impressive 5 with 2 home runs as the Cubs took down the rival Cards 18-6. The win was their 7th in a row. Entering the day's action, the Cubs are in second place in the NL Central, while the Cardinals are 4th in the division. The Rockies pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they made it a laugher against the Diamondbacks 10-0. As of today, the Diamondbacks sit in third place in the National League West Division, and the Rockies are 4th in the division. The San Diego Padres allowed only 5 hits as a staff as they defeated the visiting Giants 3-2. Heading into the day, the Padres sit in second place in the National League West Division, while the Giants are at the bottom of the division. The Toronto Blue Jays combined to give up just 5 hits as they grabbed the win against the visiting Royals 3-0. At the start of the day, the Blue Jays are in 4th place in the AL East, and the Royals are in second place in the AL Central. The Baltimore Orioles had 12 hits as a team as they sank the visiting Buccos 5-1. As of right now, the Orioles are in last place in the AL East, and the Pirates sit in last place in the National League Central Division. The Minnesota Twins tallied 5 home runs overall as they dismantled the White Sox 9-1. In the standings, the White Sox sit in third place in the American League Central, and the Twins are atop the division. The Tampa Bay Rays finished off the 4-game sweep as they beat the Tribe in Cleveland 7-5. The win was their 5th straight as a team. Entering the day's action, the Indians sit in 4th place in the American League Central Division, while the Rays are in third place in the AL East. Anthony Rendon drove in 3, helping lead the Angels over Detroit 7-4. Heading into the day, the Tigers are in last place in the AL Central, while the Angels sit in third place in the American League West Division. The Oakland Athletics launched 3 home runs as they defeated the visiting Yankees 5-4. As of today, the A's sit in second place in the American League West, while the Yankees are leading the American League East. The Mariners beat the visiting Red Sox 3-2. As of right now, the Mariners sit in 4th place in the American League West, and the Red Sox are in second place in the AL East. The Houston Astros racked up 11 hits as a team as they grabbed the win over the Rangers in Arlington 3-1. In the standings, the Rangers are in last place in the AL West, while the Astros are atop the division. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll be back here tomorrow and all season long.
All right. Thank you, Justin Vallegri, for that update. As you see, tomorrow's matchup, Zach Wheeler takes to the hill looking for his 2nd win of the season against Brandon Woodruff, looking to gain some ground in the National League East. As you see, the Phillies are still yet just a half game up on the Marlins. The Marlins continue to win, and thankfully the Phillies do too. So yeah, they're up by a half a game. So it is definitely, even though it's still early in the season, any team could beat any team at any time, or any team could take over this division at any time. So as you see, the Marlins trail by a half game. The Mets trail by a game and a half. The Braves, which is very surprising, and even the Nationals, very surprising to see them trailing as they are. But then again, it is still early in the season, and a lot can happen. Injuries can happen. Teams can get hot. The Phillies are the hot team right now, and I'm not saying that just because I'm a Phillies fan, and these are Phillies games I'm playing here, but they're just the hot team right now. So it's going to be an interesting couple of weeks to see if they can maintain first with Miami hot on their trail. But we're looking to tomorrow, Easter Monday, April 13th, as the Phils will travel westward to Milwaukee at the start of a 4-game series against those Milwaukee Brewers. So I just want to wish all of you a very happy Easter. Enjoy the time quarantined with your family. Yeah, blessings to all, and thank you for watching, as you usually do. Tell your friends, give a like, hit the subscribe button, all that stuff, just so you can keep track. Believe me, I'm not looking for anything monetary out of this. I'm so far behind in followers and viewers, it's not even funny. I just do this for the love of the game, and I know there's a lot of baseball fans out there, especially Phillies fans, who miss baseball as much as I do, which is why I'm doing it. So that's all about all of my babbling. I'm going to get to Easter Sunday here and enjoy it with my family, and I suggest you guys do too. So for all of us here on the Bilskie channel and Phillies baseball, we'll see you tomorrow in Milwaukee for the Phils and the Brew Crew. Thanks for watching.